Hello, welcome. Ever had any items that you felt were underrated? You see them and they are just not crafted, or they are crafted but they are not given the love they deserve. Here are 5 items and Don't Starve Together that I feel deserve some more love. First one is the torch. This little item is much greater than you may think. There are lots of times where you can take less damage if you start a battle with a torch than any other weapon. Big notable mentions are the Ilkas and the Bishop. The torch can really simplify your fights against these enemies. And during spring, if you have scale mail, you can stun lock a lot of big enemies with it, just like the Spider Queen, Barg, or Koalefants. Next is the Bat. Ever since they changed the Batwing drop rate, this item has been so easy to craft, yet no one does it. The amount of health you get with the Bat is actually insane. In total, it's about 510 HP for the whole weapon. That's like having 13 pierogi that will never spoil. Plus, you can continue to do damage while healing. 2 hits from the Bat almost negates the damage taken from boss enemies while wearing log/football armor. Next is the Grass Trap. Yep, the standard Grass Trap as well. I think it's extremely underrated. Most people only ever make it for collecting rabbits for the Hadiator, but quickly making a few really helps a lot in dealing with maybe a sudden frog rain. Sometimes you have to choose to fight or to run, but maybe you want to stay in a specific area. The traps will kill frogs without aggroing any other frogs in the rain. You could also use them to take out a nest of spiders. It's actually really great if you happen to be in a very infested area where fighting would lead you to being swarmed, or maybe you just want to take out a tier 3 nest without any weapons. You do you, Wilson. Next is also Slaughter Slime. It can basically be used for anything you want, and it can be free if you just walk around the mud biome a bit. Use it to chop, to mine, or even to kill. The choice is yours. And finally, an item that no one ever tends to look at. The Thylacite Club. It's actually much better than people give it credit. I have had people argue, why make that when I can just make 3 Dark Swords just for the same cost? And I'd sure say that Dark Swords are better if you want a general all-purpose weapon, but you see, the Thylacite Club is special. The Thylacite Club is meant for those operations where you want a lot of damage fast. On paper, the Thyl Club actually does more average damage per second than a Dark Sword for normal/weak characters. It's really great against enemies that don't kite as much, and you dish out damage much faster than you would a Dark Sword. And not only can it do more damage than a Dark Sword, it has more durability as well as the minor 10% speed boost. Though granted, yes, you will get more damage out of 3 Dark Swords, which is the same amount of swords you can get instead of making the club, but you also need to use 3 Dark Swords, which takes much longer than using the Thylacite Club. Plus you will also get the sanity drain from the Dark Swords, which does not help for longer fights. You can see here, the Thylacite Club can kill much faster than the Dark Sword. I'm using the Cave Stalker here, and you can see that the Thylacite Club finishes the fight much sooner than the Dark Sword. Granted, this is tanking, and in all honesty, tanking does not help the Thylacite Club, hence why it has its speed boost. The club is best at kiting because you can get 3 to 4 hits in, and a potential free Dark Sword hit if you get a tentacle to spawn. Here you can see this is where the club shines. Where the Dark Sword, you are limited to the amount of damage you can get, and every time you kite, the Thylacite Club allows you to do just about the same damage, but also have the potential for getting multiple hits in that you would not be able to if you were kiting. Which is why the Thylacite Club and all other items mentioned here certainly are underrated. Thank you all for watching. Tell me what other items may be underrated. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, take care.